second and third graders. We are back for another video today, and on Monday's video we got to go outside and use chalk. Today we're going to do a number talk. So on your materials list it said that there weren't any materials required. What we're going to be using today of our materials are tens rods and ones cubes. So since in your bag you didn't have tens rods or ones cubes, you can use your popsicle sticks that you use to make a bundle. Tens rod, 10 sticks to make a bundle, it's the same thing. Or you don't have to use them at all. You can use them if you want to go along with me, or if you choose not to, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure you're watching and listening. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of a number talk today. Usually when you do a number talk to answer, if I pause and ask a question, you would put your thumb over your heart, make a fist to answer. Since I can't see you, we're not going to do that today, so just answer when I ask the questions. We're gonna do two games today. The first game that we're going to do is called Beat Number. If you all haven't heard of Beat Number, I'll give you a few examples before we play. And the second one is called I have ... I wish I had, and I will explain that later as we go on through the video. So the first game, like I said, is Beat Number. This is where I'm going to give you a sequence of numbers. You're going to listen for a beep, which is like a fill in the blank, and you're going to tell me the number that goes in the beep. We're going to go forward and we're going to go backwards. So let's try an example of a forwards one. Ready? 61, 62, 63, beep, 65. What was my number? What was my missing number? If you said 64, give yourself a pat on the back. Good job. So we're going to go, when we do beat number, we're going to go between numbers 0 and 100. So let's do an example of a backwards one. 92, 91, beep, 89. If you said 90, one of those tricky transition numbers, because if we'd been going forward, it would have been 89, 90, and we would have gone into new numbers, then you are correct. Good job. If you miss both of those, that's okay. We're going to keep on practicing. So let's try a few more. 49, 48, so you can see we're going backwards. 47, beep, 45. If you said 46, you are correct. Good job. Okay, let's think of another one, and this time we'll go forwards. 50, 51, beep, 53, 54. If you said 52, good job. We're going to do two more before we go to our next game. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, beep, 76, 77. If you said 75, good job. That is correct. Let's do one last one. 100, 99, 98, beep, 96, 95. If you said 97, good job. And parents, that is a super easy game to play at home if your child is struggling counting forwards or counting backwards. And if you think that your child will want something a little more challenging than the numbers between 0 and 100, you are more than welcome to do numbers 100 through 200, numbers 0 through 1,000, whatever you think is appropriate for your child. So our next game is I wish I had. So this is a game where I'm going to use our tens rods, and we are going to do numbers tens rods. I'm going to use our tens rods and our ones cubes, and we are going to do numbers 0 through 100. I'm going to put a number here, and I'm going to put a number I wish I had here. You're going to tell me how many more tens rods or ones cubes or both that I need to make that number. So let's look. Okay, I will get our number ready. Okay, so here is our number using tens rods and ones cubes. And just ignore that, that is my computer. Okay, I hope you all can see that. So it says I have, so I want you to count in your head what that number is. Okay, are you ready? Now we're gonna do it together. 10, 20, and I'm counting by tens because these are tens rods. 30, 40, and then I quit counting by tens because these are our ones cubes. 41, 42. Now I have 42, but it says I wish I had 55. So how am I going to make 55? Let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40. One more tens cube would be what? 50. Okay, so if I have one more tens cube over here, that means that I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 51, 52. So I have 52, but I need 55. If we do our finger patterns, we know that 2 and what makes 5. When you were in kindergarten and first grade, you did finger patterns to make those one-digit numbers, and sometimes two-digit numbers, but sometimes we run out of hands. 2 and what makes 5? 2 and 3. Good job. So let's back up, and we're going to put 3 over here. And whenever we do that, we always double check our work. So let's double check and make sure we have 55 all together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. And we will move it over here so we can see our whole number. Okay, you can see that whole number. Good job, friends. Okay, let's try another one. And I'll erase that. Okay, so let's come over here, and I want you to figure out how many I have. What is my number? I have how many? If you said 50, you are correct. And let's count and double check. I have 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Good job, friends. But look, it says, I wish I had 78. How am I going to make 78? I have 50, If I add 2 more tens rods over here, how many does that make? Let's count together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, that makes 70, but I still need 78. Let's cover up that 7. And if we use our finger patterns like we learned in younger grades, what numbers make 8? Let's think about that. Well, I know that 5 and 3 makes 8. Is that the only way? Using our fingers? I know 4 and 4 makes 8. I know 6 and 2 makes 8. There are a bunch of different ways that we can make 8. So let's count our ones out to make 8. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. How many more do I need? If you said 3 more, you were correct. 76, 77, 78. Now let's double check. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. Good job, friends. And like we do, we're going to put our new number over here. Look at all those tens rods. And look, I've got to divide it up. 5 and 3 is 8. Okay, we are going to do one more. And you all have done awesome. I wish that I could hear your responses, but I know you're doing super. Okay, we're gonna do a tricky one. Okay, so let's look at the number that I have. I have how many? Let's count and see what your answer was. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Remember, I'm counting by tens because I know those are tens rods. 1. So I have 61. But I wish I had 93. How am I going to come up with 93? Now, if you all have noticed, I've started out with our tens rod first to build that number because that's the easiest instead of taking little tiny ones cubes and counting that way. So I have 61. Let's see what would happen if I added 2 more tens rods. Let's count together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Do I have 93? Let's see what would happen if I added 1 more tens rod. Now I know I had 80, so let's use that count on method. 80, what's 1 more 10? 90. But do I have 93? No, not yet. So remember, if we use our finger patterns, I have 91. So I'm trying to get to 93. 1 and what makes 3? 1 and 2. Good job. So let's put our 2 over here and we're going to double check our work. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93. Friends, give yourself a big pat on the back. You all did awesome. And like we always do, we're gonna move these over and show our 93. Okay. I hope that you all enjoyed doing that number talk today. Like I said, you can always follow along with the video or do this activity later, but it's really just to watch and to answer the questions as I do the video. I hope that you all enjoy tomorrow's video because we're back outside and we're using chalk and bean bags. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Bye guys.